First thing I'm going to say in this video is I'm not a pedophile. Rain is not talking about me. There, I got it out. Video over. Peace out. No. This is definitely not funny. This is definitely not going to be like a super lighthearted video. And yeah, I'm sitting in a hotel room right now in New York City. I left Faze a month ago and quit the internet a month ago. And for whatever reason, I keep getting dragged back into this shit. It's like it's my fucking destiny or where I'm supposed to be, I guess. I don't know. It's fucking retarded. But yeah, I'm getting fucking spammed in my mentions right now on Twitter, asking if I'm a pedophile, being accused that I'm a pedophile, being tagged in this clip from Faze Rain on Fearbuck, talking about there's a pedophile at Faze, and I talked about it, and these are all the reasons why I don't like Faze and why I got fucked over by Faze and how I feel, whatever, and I'm gonna get into all that. But the first thing that needs to be addressed is obviously this pedophile shit. It's a very heavy accusation. It's a life-shattering, life-altering accusation, and that's why it's so heavy, and that's why this is the first time that I'm speaking about it. I have to speak about it now because there's no fucking shot I'm going out sad like that. I'm not getting labeled any kind of predator, pedophile, not me, miss me with that shit, and I'm definitely going to talk about this and talk about the series of events that have unfolded to this point from my POV. So let's just get into it. Got a phone call about a year ago from Faze Rain, or a text rather. He's kind of going off just about all the reasons why he's upset with Faze, hates Faze, doesn't fuck with Faze, because it's just been a long process, obviously, guys. We've been doing this, and there's a lot. It's very, very complicated, but whatever. Rain's going off about how Faze has slighted him, and he brings up that somebody's a pedophile, and nobody gives a fuck, and nobody wants to talk about it. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Call him. He's like, Banks, don't fucking play dumb. We talked about this before. I'm like, Norton, pause. You're saying that Faze Temperrr is a pedophile, which that is who he's talking about in the clip. And there's a story and we're going to get into it. I'm like, whoa, that's Tommy. That's our brother. This is who we started this Faze shit with. I'm calling him. That was the first thing I said. I'm calling him and I'm calling Apex because apparently this is something Apex is aware of as well. Norton and Tommy, or Norton and Apex are the closest on the team. So obviously if Norton's going to talk to anybody about anything and be transparent, it's Apex. So I patched Tommy and Apex in the call immediately, and we sit on this phone call and we talk for a long time. We were on the phone probably for at least an hour, maybe even fucking 2 hours on the phone talking about this. And Tommy's first initial knee-jerk reaction to all this shit was, what the fuck are you talking about? Norton, no, this is not what the conversation was like. You're misremembering, you're misinterpreting. Obviously, Rain is coming back, standing firm on the fact that, no, you did say this. I do believe that you did this, whatever. And there's a conversation that happened between Norton and Faze Temperrr years ago. This conversation that I'm describing on the phone with Apex, Tommy, Rain, and Apex, Tommy, Rain, and myself, obviously. Sorry, I'm fried. I literally just woke up. I'm doing one video and I'm putting this shit out there, and Rain can talk about all the details of it. Apex can respond, Tommy, whatever. So this conversation I'm describing to you guys is a phone call from a year ago, but Tommy and Faze Rain had a conversation between themselves years ago. I might be misremembering it, but I think it was 3-4 years ago they talked about this, and that's how long these guys have been sitting on that for. So this gets brought up years later. It's obviously a very heavy accusation. Yeah, what can you do in that situation? The way we left that phone call off was, let's get to the bottom of this. Let's handle it. I mean, Rain's talking about making videos. Rain's talking about this, and nobody's telling him not to. I mean, obviously, Tommy's like, bro, this isn't true. You're going to fucking ruin my life. Tommy, for the record, is married, lives in the Midwest, has a kid, and is pretty much more or less off this internet shit. So, you know, the implications, the ramifications, rather, this has on his life, it's life-shattering. You know what I'm saying? It's fucked. And I don't, for the record, also, I don't necessarily have any reason to believe that Tommy is a predator, pedophile. If that were the case, I wouldn't be following him. He would not be my homie. I would have spoken about this to some degree or handled it to some degree to a point where I was satisfied with the result. But this was a thing between Norton and Tommy, and Tommy's response was, you're bugging, you're tripping. This is not true. Tommy at this point is obviously going to have to make some sort of response and clarify, you know, what this is. I'm curious to see Apex's side of this shit too, because I remember vividly him on the call, like this is the first time hearing about it too. I'm talking to him on the side, like, what the fuck is going on? And he's just as confused as I am, and just as obviously concerned as I am. And yeah, I mean, what else can you do? Like, we're on this call, and the way it left off was, let's get to the bottom of it. And we just never followed up. I don't think we ever, I think that's the last, as sad as it is, last phone call that us four were on together. Yeah, I mean, this Faze shit goes deep. I cannot discredit the way that Norton feels or all of his emotions about this Faze shit, because quite frankly, I feel a lot of the same ones, to be honest. So I can't sit here and be like, Rain's fucking tripping and bugging and Faze did him right, because it absolutely did not. And I feel for that deeply. I think the only people that can really relate to how Rain feels in his relationship with Faze to any degree are myself, Tommy, and Apex, unironically. And yeah, we all got fucked over. We all got really, really fucked in the last rendition of Faze with the last ownership, it going public, etc. And yeah, I mean, that was kind of my whole idea, my whole mission with buying this shit back and bringing it back in the first place, was it left on a really sour note and was really whack, and pretty much more or less a dead brand. And that really didn't sit well with me. The money was fucked. Like, we all got fucked over on that. Nobody got rich. Well, not nobody got rich. All the worst, wrong people got rich, and we were left holding a bag and got nothing out of it. And like Rain has said, and I have to tend to agree with him, he's fucking Faze Rain. So his POV from all this, New York, like, I feel for the kid. Genuinely, I do. Like he said, he made more money than all of us, which is facts. Rain was incredibly generous, is incredibly generous the entire time I've known him, paid for shit, put everybody on his platform, did not move weird. I see the disdain and the fucking, and how much he doesn't like current culture between other influencers and creators, because it's against everything that he ever lived for or was about. And I could stand on that, and you know, despite whether Rain feels a type of way about me, him and I have always been hot and cold. But I don't know, the last conversation we had, I wished you a happy birthday and you told me you loved me. So I never really know where I'm at with Rain. But the truth is how I feel, and how I've always told him I feel. You're my fucking brother, and we're family, and I'll always love you. I'll always care about you. And yeah, during all these renditions of Faze and all the issues he's talking about, and I'm sure he's going to go into detail about shit getting paid for, X, Y, and Z, I was always an advocate for him. For the record, he has had, like Faze has helped him get visas, has paid for legal shit. I made sure that he was sent money when he was in trouble financially, and had to get some shit paid for. I called, I can't say who I called, but I called and fucking barked the fuck up and made sure that shit was handled, and advocated for Rain, and always advocated for the boys. And I've offered personally, out of my own personal money, to help Rain, because I'm not just saying it, that kid is my fucking brother, and there's no world where somebody I call my brother is gonna fucking ever worry about where their mom's sleeping, or their mom shit, or their own shit, or any of that shit. That's not gonna happen. And he gracefully always declined these offers, because that's just the kind of guy Rain is. It's very, very complicated. I don't necessarily agree with all this. I don't agree with a lot of the shits Rain's done and said, and I've been very vocal to him about that as well. And I'm sure he feels the same way about me in reverse. But this whole pedophile shit, this is as heavy as it gets, and this is as life-shattering as it gets. So yeah, I'm sorry, but I had to make this fucking video. No fucking shot. One tweet is too many. I got 100 people in my mentions like, yo, you a pedophile, dog? Nah, no shot. Not about to just like stay quiet. I've been too quiet for too long also, and I'm about to start barking up too. So yeah, that's where I'm gonna leave this off. Fucking spark this up, one take Tommy. We'll see what Tommy has to say, we'll see what Apex has to say, and we'll see what Norton has to say. Unfortunate video, and it's unfortunate that the only time, you know, I speak on social media now is about negative shit, but social media is fucking toxic, and this whole shit is, I don't know. And I don't know why the fuck my biceps have been out the whole video, like I'm Bradley fucking Martin, but yeah, I'm not reshooting this. Yeah, do with this what you guys will. Had to say my piece. I'm out.